would mean it would deal... Yeah, the thing is, you don't know how much life that is if you don't... Yeah. Yeah, you just don't know that. That's the thing. It's a real problem. So... spell totem. When linked with the support gem, spell totem, burning damage is based off of the totem's life/energy shield pool rather than the caster. Burning damage is inflicted instead upon the totem as well. Spell totem also allows use of swift affliction, which are not supported when self-cast due to the lack of a duration tag. What is Swift Affliction? Swift Affliction changes something about the duration, doesn't it? Reduces duration of supported skills and damaging ailments they inflict. It reduces the ailments and it also reduces the duration. But it makes the damage over time come out more clearly. Interesting. Support duration, which not self-cast due to lack of duration tag. Oh, okay, so it needs duration, but the spell totem puts a duration on it. Ah, okay, interesting. Very interesting. The reduced duration makes it actually happen faster, but it also burns faster. It deals more damage over time, which just... well, yeah, if it deals more damage over time, it would also mean it would deal more damage to itself, which would mean it's going down even quicker. Yeah, it doesn't really matter what you do. Like, if you increase the damage, it goes down quicker. What you have to do is you have to increase the duration, not decrease, in order to keep the burn going for longer. Actually, no, it can just stay for like 1 second because it's always 90% of your maximum life per second. So first time it's like 90% and then you are at 10% health and then it's like lost 10%, so it's like, no, that's not great. It's definitely not great. So duration doesn't do anything on the totems anymore, so it would just be kind of like a holder for the Righteous Fire, and it wouldn't be safe to use it on the totem instead. Like, it's a nice idea, but it would just be instantly cast and that's it. So yeah, Righteous Fire, nice idea, but yeah, it would be nice to keep the totems there at least for a little bit longer. That's why they got 8 seconds. So nice to have. Like, it's kind of like Vortex, really. But we have 40% of... It would deal 4,000 damage per second if the totem has 10,000... What should I say? No, actually no, not 4,000. It would deal much less. The totem would have 10,000 health, right? Like, there's spell totem support. Okay, where's the spell totem support? Spell totem support. Spell totem support. There's a maximum amount of life you can have there. Of... Where is it? There we go. Monster stats. Resistance. As of patch 3.0, summon totems have 45% less life and take less damage. This will impact life leech from attacking enemy totems and damage dealt by Righteous Fire totems. They take less damage and they have 45% less life. That's interesting. Righteous Fire. The table below does not reflect these changes. Oh, okay. It doesn't reflect it, but if they say they have 45% less life, that would mean instead of a... which level could we go for? 11,000, yeah. 11 or maximum 13,000. It would be at 4,000. And 40% of 4,000 is... come on. Come on. 40% of 1,000 is 100, so it would just be 400. No. That's a bit low. That's a little bit too low. Like, wait a second. 40% of 1,000 is 40. No. 40% of 1,000 is 400, so it should be at... There we go. It should be at 800. Oh, come on. 40% of 100. That's yeah. That's 40%. That's 40. God. Okay, so 1,000 is 400, and if it would be of like 4, and 2,000 is of course like 800, so we go for double the amount, 1,600. This is the damage per second. So 1,600 is nice and all, but it's the same damage we deal at the moment, so that's why right just far is not that great. So last one, ball lightning, new. Well, yeah, effectiveness of added damage. No, that won't be that great. But yeah, lightning trap. This is one of the few things I actually thought about. Lightning trap. No, don't go for another page. Lightning trap. There we go. Because it can be thrown, that might be really sweet. So cast speed modifiers to cast speed do not affect a lightning trap, since it is the trap, not the player that is casting the spell. Okay, interesting, but it's still about... Wait, it's a trap that casts the spell. Oh, come on. It's like similar to the totems. You need totem placement speed in order to place the totems faster, but the cast speed of the totem is affected by cast speed. But because the traps cast differently, trap, since it is the trap, not the player that is casting the spell. That's strange, but why is there differentiation between like traps dealing the damage and totems dealing the damage? I thought they would behave the same. Like it's something that uses this skill. So it should be kind of similar. Alright. Damage types, lightning, curse on hit, projectile speed modifiers to projectile speed from passives, or things like faster, Anyway, 90% effectiveness, and the lightning damage is 979. That's great. That's great. But it won't be as good, because first of all, there's a cooldown on it, so I can only use it to a maximum extent. Like not as fast as I please. And then, yeah, the damage isn't that great. It's less effectiveness of added damage is 90%, and also the base damage is a little bit lower. So, freezing pool. Yeah, in the end it kind of goes down to vortex or freezing pool. The cast, okay, freezing pools can be cast a little faster, and also has higher effectiveness of added damage, also higher base. It can be spammed a little better. And vortex needs the frost ball to be used to its full extent. More damage when cast on frost ball, modifiers to spell damage applied to. Okay, yeah, if you cast this spell on frost ball, but this would only work if you have vortex and use the frostbolt from something else, and I don't want to use both. That's just too much of a hassle. And also I want to use the totems, and if the totems go for vortex, I can't just shoot another frostbolt in there and make it stronger. I have to use the vortex on the frostbolt, so I have to start with the frostbolt, use the vortex, and then bit of a mess. So yeah, freezing pulse. Yeah, it might just go down to freezing pulse. So freezing pulse is this, and maybe the flame blast. We got that one. Scorching ray. Yeah, nice idea, but doesn't really work. What about spell and chaos? There's a little bit here. What's that one? Spell AoE duration chaos. Base duration is creates 5 corpses, creates corpses up to level 20, maximum of 15 corpses. This creates the Korean summoning corpses and dealing summoning corpses. Oh. So this one can be used to... How many corpses? 5. Good. Dealing chaos damage to all enemies in the area. The corpses will be chosen from the monsters in the current area and any specters that have existed in this instance. Okay. Well, so you could use this together with a body switch. Oh, come on. That's a nice interaction. So there's no chaos damage in the red potion. Then you got the light, which is base duration of this, base to apply a debuff on an enemy in front of you, which deals chaos damage over time. Modifies the spell damage applied to the skill's damage over time effect. Okay. Contagion words and uses a Vaal contagion on enemies dealing chaos damage over time. If an enemy dies while affected, the contagion spreads 0.3% because of channeling, and this is 0.6%. Does it stack? Slowing their movement. Continue channeling adds layers of damage to the debuff each time. Wait. Yeah, channeling works, right? There's no restriction on that. And it also says that there's, yeah, nothing about totems. It spreads to other enemies. Good. Nice. Like this is an instant, modifies a spell damage applied. This is like an instant cast, and this is a channeling. So depending on what's better, debuff can have up to 20 layers of damage. Ooh. So going for blight on the totems is like you have them the 10. Okay, that's very, very interesting. Apply debuff to enemies in front of you, which deals chaos damage. That could be a very interesting thing. Mana cost is also... Okay, actually I don't care about the mana cost. Reduced movement speed, so they keep them at bay. That's good. Modifies the spell damage applied to the skill's damage over time, of course. Base secondary duration 0.8 seconds. And there's a... Okay, what's the main and what's the secondary duration going on? Enemies who aren't already debuffed by blight are also hindered for short secondary duration, slowing their movement. Continued channeling as layers of damage to the debuff, each with their own duration. Okay, so the 0.8 seconds is for the slow, and the 2.5 seconds is for the damage interval. No, that wouldn't be interesting enough. The damage is 1.7 per second. So let's just look up blight real quick. Kind of interested. So blight. Effectiveness of added damage, of course, 100. 209 base chaos damage per second. Of course, it can stack. How many times does it need to stack in order to do that? Like, there are... Debuff can have up to 20 layers of damage. 20 layers. How quick can you... You have a cast time of 30 seconds. That means within 1 second you can have 3 instances of damage. That means you have 600 base chaos damage per second. Like, the first time it's 200, the second time it's 400 together, so you have like 600 already, followed by another 600 in the third cast, which means you deal, damn it, 200, 600, 1200 damage within the first second, which is roughly the same as the Vortex. It's also 1200, with one little exception. The Vortex stays at the 1200, and it has to be cast multiple times. And the Vortex, I think, also... Yeah, Vortex is 100%, has lower cast speed, so it can't be cast as quick. The base damage is also the same. And it loses some effectiveness because of the Frostbolt stuff. And then... Okay. Interesting. Area of effect increasing or decreasing the area works as expected. Spell damage of the modifiers to spell chaos and damage over time affect the damage over time component of the spell. Now wait a second. It means it deals so much base damage per second. I can have 3 cast instances within the first second already, but they still haven't ticked yet. So that's the main problem. Damn it. But yeah, if you think about it, 1200 within the first second, this is kind of what it is. But it's only 3 layers already. It can have more than that. So it's kind of like the Flame Burst, which channels for I don't know how many seconds. Flame Burst has a cast time of, yeah, 0.2 seconds, so it needs 2 seconds. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Hmm. 2 seconds to get to its full damage of 12 times more. Or 12 times the damage. And this one is 20 layers of damage, but the base damage is a little lower and it's continuously growing, which is good against squishies and large enemies alike, because there's no, there's no sudden spike happening, and of course the enemies are hindered because of the movement speed, which makes it very practical. Okay, cast time, 0.3 seconds. How long does it actually take to apply all the... Wait a second. I do have faster cast speed, right? So I do have faster cast speed. With this fast cast speed, I could try that out. Okay, so Blight also goes in there and will be used on it. Then there's of course the Wither, casts a debilitating effect on enemies in an area, hindering their movement and applying a stacking debuff that increases the chaos damage they take. This effect can stack up to 15 times. Okay, that's really strange. Like, you have your Wither as a chaos effect and you have your Blight as a chaos effect. This one stacks 20 times, this one stacks 12 times. 15 times. And this is movement thing, this is channeling, and this is also something else. Like, this is what? What's the main reason? Base duration is 0.5 seconds, so you have to continuously apply this in order to use it. And 6% increased chaos damage taken. But it does... Okay... This is good if the enemy already takes some chaos damage, so if it's poisoned already. This one is a singular thing, because it's like an area of effect. How does Blight work with overlapping things? Area of effect increasingly. Blight does not hit and therefore cannot be supported by added damage support such as added damage. And PRE doesn't work anymore. Great. I stood there for a little too long, I think. That's not cool. Really not cool. Shite. That's the thing about the theory crafting. You have to read up an awful lot in work from other sources, making that spell and chaos. So making this very impractical. So anyway, Blight, still need to look this up. Supported by added damage support, added chaos damage. Because added stuff needs to hit. Okay, yeah, because I wanted to add some damage on it. If it does not hit, then we got a little problem there. Interesting. Cannot confer the effect of support such as blind support, curse on hit. Additionally, on hit effects such as leech poison or life gain on hit will not occur while using blight. Okay, so how? Whether it just increases the damage, so I have to like start with a chaos damage thing, use it. Okay, it's like 60% more and 50%, so it's 90% increased chaos damage. 90% is nothing. Then you get your essence drain, which is fires a projectile that applies a damage over time debuff when it hits you or healed for. Damn it! When it hits, so you are healed for a portion of the debuff damage. The debuff is spread by contagion. Oh, the healing stuff, that's cool. You are healed. If I put those on the totem, am I still healed because it's you? Anyway, Spirit Offering, also the totem that gets healed. Consumes a corpse granting energy shield, crew extra chaos damage and elemental resistance to your minions. The new energy shield is recovered as it's granted. The skill consumes other nearby corpses, increasing the duration and amount of energy shield granted for each corpse consumed. Interesting. So this together with the Desecrate? Is that the, yeah, creates 5 corpses. There we go. Spirit offering, no. I don't want to use the corpses there. Like it should be fairly simple. Curse all targets, nope, nope, and no. Alright. Interesting. So Wither does not deal damage. Contagion. Yeah, Contagion does damage, but it's duration and it takes a while. Modifiers to spell damage applied to this skill's damage over time effect. And then you got your Blight, which would be really cool on totems. Except that they don't hit. And they have to kind of like increase... Yeah, added damage. Let's just look for added damage. And look for one that has no hit on it. Added damage. And of course... So. Maybe not added, but also just add. This one. Supports mind skills. There's no mind skill. Supports any skill that hits. Nope. And supports any skill you use to hit enemies yourself. Cannot support skills used by totems. Nope. Supports spell skills, making them no. And this one again with a hit component on it. So that's good if you have like, yeah, something with fire that hits, that burns at the same time. Like the Searing Bond or anything. And Cyclone. Ice Bite. Cluster Stuff. Multiple projectiles. Volley. Added. Yeah. Any skill that hits. Then you have this one. Any skill that hits enemies with the bonus poison damage. Or like bonus... Yeah, bonus chance to hit. And of course, bonus added chaos damage. Yeah, that hits the enemy. Okay. So Blight is a nice thing. It's just a problem. We have to... Yeah, the thing is, the base damage on its own is already as good as the Flame Blast might be, without any improvements on damage itself. So let's just take some Blight. Where is it? There's no Blight in here, but there has to. I thought I had it somewhere. Like the last page. 2. Nope, no Blight in there, so let's take Blight. There we go. So there we get our Blight. And what was the other skill that I wanted to use? That was Freezing Pulse. And Vortex I already have, but yeah, Freezing Pulse. So, and Freezing. Seeing this is Cold Snap. That's not the one that we need. And yeah, another Cold Snap, so I need another Freezing Pulse. So, purchase item and Freezing Pulse. This one. Okay, got it. Neat. So we got those two. And there's just something about the added damage component that has to be put on it. Added damage. Added damage. Where do we get the added damage? Light. Freezing Pulse. Cold damage. Vortex. Cold duration. And Blight. Yeah, these are the only 3 skills that I kind of kept. So, yeah, Flame Blast was this one that needs some more base damage. This is cast, this is more and less area of effect. Actually, I can take this away. Because this one has, yeah. I could actually start with the Blight and see how good it will perform with just the totems. Only 3, wait a second. Which ones? Except for this one, because supports any skill that hits enemies. So we need another red. This one doesn't work because it doesn't hit. Supports any skill that hits enemies. Wow, that's... Wow. You have a lot of skills you can't use because of this hit thing. This is more damage that has a duration. Okay. So increase skill effect duration. But we don't need the duration to increase. We need the, like, this to increase a little bit. Increases buff duration per endurance charge? No. That's Immortal Call. That's other stuff there. Then you have your... That hits enemies. Life Leech doesn't work. Added lightning damage doesn't work. Let's just go for sub real quick. SUP. You got that hits enemies, so it can't crit. Support spell skills. Yeah, well, it can crit, but not like this. That apply an effect to an area around the target location. Location cannot support Vaal skills, minion skills, or skills used by attack. That would have been great on it. What about this one? That hits or burns enemies. Hits or burns. That's cool. So because some burning skills don't hit. Support spell skills, making them repeat another time, but this one doesn't work with totems. Turning them into auras. No. That's again with the curses, and you have that deals damage or has a duration. More spell damage, more damage over time, increased damage over time, increased skill effect duration. That could work. Let's take this one. Or minion and totem damage. That could work as well, but all of those are no reds, and that's the issue. The main bloody issue. And this one does physical damage, but it also needs the hit component on it. Same for this one. That hits enemies. Ugh. Come on. Skill that hits enemies. Why must it always be hits enemies? And this one has to be sold for a 20 quality thingy. In there. Which one was that one? Yes. So sell those two. So that's 20%. And 10% increased cold damage. That's kind of neat. So now I just have to level this up. Where's the other 20%? This one, the skill 4. And let's just... No, not all of those, damn it. Just one. Shift click. So, and this one. What does it do now? Increased projectile damage. 11% less projectile damage. Yeah, okay, so it's increased projectile damage. Interesting. So, this one is also maxed. This one will be placed up there, and one. What about this one? 17. That's 16. That's 14. Trying to freeze enemies, which okay, hypothermia and stuff. So this and this. Okay, difference here: less projectile damage, added projectiles, less projectile damage and added projectiles. So increase attack speed and cast speed is put on it. The increased cast speed. Oh. That would be really sweet for like freezing pulse also. Yeah, wait a second. Freezing pulse and multiple AoE modifiers to area of effect have no effect on freezing pulse. Okay, yeah, this is the only bad thing because this is no AoE component. Hypothermia, increased cold damage, added cold damage, hypothermia. No, got something. Should I go for 4? Less projectile damage, increased projectile damage. That's it. So it's a little bit less, but also a little bit increased projectile damage. That makes no sense. It's okay if it is two different things, but kind of like the same thing being applied or being affected by this. It's kind of strange. So yeah, flame burst is that one, and fire penetration. Yeah, don't know what to do with that. Let's keep that up here. That was stuff for the cold. That can be used for, let's say. This one was what? Converted in some increase. No, I actually want some with the base cold damage on it. So what we have to do is kind of use it like so, right? If we added damage. The conversion of cold to fire is kind of neat. With the avatar it would work better. It's just a problem. Just converting damage alone doesn't increase it. The only increase that happens is because of the debuffs of from the cursors. Like, where are the cursors? Somewhere over there. Flammability and elemental weakness. Elemental weakness is general. The other one is mainly for fire. Use it to its fullest extent. This one comes from the physical stuff. Okay. And then... yeah, added cold damage just doesn't work right now, so we keep using something else. So, waypoint. Let's go to Yeah, the reliquary again. Like, reliquary seems to be the way to go. Und Darek, no, frohes Neues. Frohes Neues. Yeah. So we take that. And the mana cost, contagion. How much damage is it? Increased cast speed. Debuff. Doesn't say anything about the... There we go. 4.3 chaos damage per second. Oh, that's not good. Definitely not good. That's a little bit less though. Yeah, it has to level up. And it's kind of like a breath. Thought it would be kind of like Wither, but Wither was cool, but Wither didn't really work. Okay, let's quickly go back here before we die. I need to reset my items here. I need to kill at least like 1 or 2 enemies to give this one a nice little level up. So that one works and that one works. More damage, increased cast speed, less area of effect. Yeah, freezing pulse, yeah, also has a very low... Oh, come on. Where could I put it? On Discipline or like on Chance to... I think I could put it on Chance to Ignite here. Let's take this one, place it over here, and take this one up there so we can use it afterwards. Alright. Let's try this again. So, I have to level up this... Alright, wait, that's the wrong one. I still need this thing over here. Alright, I should have taken the fire penetration at least so I can do this quick. Like it's... Ugh. Such a nice thing, man, when I see this. Okay. At least the level 1 skills will be leveled up to... Okay, having them at somewhere, maybe level 12 or so, would be great. You don't need to be level 16 or anything higher, really. No, wait, isn't Charge Dash is a melee skill that doesn't work with spell totems. The thing is, I wanted to use Charge Dash because the charge can be made faster, but it just doesn't work with totems because of, yeah, the fact that it is melee. Oh, come on. Okay, how many levels do we have right now? This is level 19, that's the wrong one. Level 6 for Blight. Oh yeah, shite. I should have taken some kind of added damage for the flame burst because that was one concern and I did not test that yet. I just went for the increased kind of variation because of the penetration and other stuff. Damn it. So, let's level up again. Cast speed. Oh, hypothermia is the next one. Which level will that be? Alright, and nice level. Damn it. 8. Let's hope that it can be used at level 10, 12-ish. Doesn't take that long. Right now it has... Okay, 100 something thousand experience is needed. I can only put 10% of the experience I gain on it. At least there's no... Ooh, come on. There's no kind of mess up there. That happens because of a experience reduction. Well, it does get reduced by 90%, but not because of the difference in level. So you can actually level them up fairly quickly in an area where your clear speed is high enough, but where you would otherwise not get enough experience because of this kind of strength reduction. Oh, nice, a dungeon map. At least we get something out of it. Holy crap. No matter where I am in this game, I'm always like instantly killed. I really seem to, yeah, I need to focus on more defense. I have to get rid of some like elemental damage perks. I need to get rid of them. To put them on like percentage energy shield or something like that. Can we put up here? The mallet's in 8s. Okay, it goes up there. There we go. And Blight is at level 10. Alright, now we can try that. Not yet. Okay, now we can. Still not. Now we can. So, Blight, take this, put it up there, this one up here. That's just not Blight though. So, we deal how much damage? 45 chaos damage per instance. Okay, it shreds. Takes a little while though. 2, 3. All 3 of them. It looks like it does not really get applied. Maybe the enemy has some resistances for the chaos. That's the main problem. Yeah, it takes a little while. Too bad, like you don't get increased damage if you use, increased experience if you use that skill. It's not level 10, it's level 9. 9. Okay. Alright, still not the right one. Come on, which one is it? Which one? There we go. Fire's over there. Almost died. Holy. And I got 1% experience out of this one. If I could increase my clear speed a little more, I could get another percent. Because I'm not rushing through this. It's the kind of like hold back by channeling speed of the flame burst.
Beast of burden.
Yeah, okay, that could actually be put in there. So, can I get Blight at level 10? Oh, another 6 slot. 6 slocket. Nah, come on. Alright, let's go back.
Greetings.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this one. Yeah, this was there for the chroma, same for this one.
For freedom.
And back we go. Actually, I should have just yeah, reset this area instead. But yeah, I wanted to at least get the 6 slot. Is there no Elrian? Come on, there's always an Elrian in these areas. What I could try though is I could try to find better jewelry. Okay, The thing about the jewelry in this game is I don't find it that often, so it's easier to just get good bases and craft some Yeah, and put some alchemy orbs on it to make it rare, and maybe... Yeah, that's one of the few things you could do here. Buy basic jewelry. Hopefully in a very high item level. Put some other stuff on it. Okay, still not yet leveled up. Thing is, in order for this spell to actually be any way useful, it has to be at least level 60. Maybe even higher. Like, where's the base damage? 18.1. The last time I checked, it was 40 something, but it also was at level 9, so that's that for it. Oh, there's a Vaal area. Oh, there's a Vaal area. Okay, let's get down there. Vaal area means there might be a gem. Need more D to the M to the G. Oh, ooh. Any items? Nope. Okay, inventory. There's still some room left. Oh, there's a great sword. Not literally a great sword, it's a gem sword. But I thought it would... Gem, sword... okay. There's an A missing, there's a teammate... okay. Somehow they don't deal as much damage. Let's just put some debuffs on it. There we go. Huh, that was quick. Okay. What's in there? Vaal Disziplin. You and nearby allies. Your nearby allies. Energy shield recharge are not delayed by damage. Need. But other than that, it doesn't say much. Which is... Where is it? There we go. Cast a temporary aura. Okay, that prevents energy shield recharge being delayed by damage taken for you and your allies. Base duration is 3 seconds. It's only good if you intend to fight and kinda might hit. The chance of getting hit are high. And you need the recharge to happen, but the recharge itself will always be delayed by the 2 seconds period. Just won't be delayed any further. And just nice idea, but no. And also you need to kill minions for it first. And killing minions is